too much of that as a generic thing that his physicality brings an extra dimension, or you notice when you're facing him as opposed to different runners that you'll get every week?
I mean, he's different. There's no other back like him in the league. I mean, he's the biggest back in the league, and he's also one of the fastest back in the league. I mean, it just makes it a matchup challenge. And so he's one of, if not the best back in the league, and it is what it is, and so, yeah.
And then on the flip side, obviously, physicality is important in the run game, but how important is discipline, especially with sort of the active aggressive approach you guys want to take up front this year? That every gap is filled. Is that the underrated element of a good run defense?
I think the key to a good run defense is having good players, and we got good players. And then the second part is execution, and we have phenomenal coaches who do a good job of helping us be in a position to execute, understanding not just our job, but what the offense is trying to do. And so when you get out there on Sunday, you just turn it loose. And that's what we're looking forward to doing. Most teams that you play are going to have a 1-2 punch. And so when you have a physical back like Derrick Henry, usually your second back is going to be a splash back that they want to use in the pass game or out on the outside and perimeter. But you got to be ready for everything. So it should be a good challenge.
Demario, as a veteran, how much do you just appreciate one time this season?
I think not just as a veteran, you got to appreciate every day here. We were talking about that earlier today, man. It's just a blessing to be in this position. We work so hard to get here, and you're here, so you never want to take a day for granted. I mean, it's a grind. So it's a grind physically and mentally. So it's challenging, just like I imagine any job is to get up and go to. But when you're having those type of days, you gotta remind yourself of how hard you work to be here and how much of a blessing and an honor and a privilege it is to be here.
Do you have this pregame speech when you?
Oh, I got it dialed in. Y'all better be ready. I got it dialed in. Praise God.
Demario, how much do you look forward to? I know we talked about just how difficult it is to bring down a guy like Derrick Henry, but how much do you look forward to just these challenges like his best on best?
I mean, if you don't get excited about great challenges at this level, you're probably in the wrong business. And I don't think anybody here doesn't embrace a great challenge, and that's just across the league.
Has the amount of tackling that you do in the preseason changed even during your career? I can't remember exactly when the delineation was kind of league-wide to have less hitting in training camp. I think it was maybe around the last CBA, but is that something that's even changed? And is that, the second part of that question, is that harder to gear yourself up for week one when you don't do a lot of this?
Tackling is like riding a bike, Might take you a minute to catch your stride, but once you got it, you're good.
Yeah.
And I think the challenge in anybody is just trying to start fast. And that's everything. Across the line, across the team, at every position, everybody's trying to get in stride as fast as possible. And that's usually what you see happening those first 4 or 5 weeks, is guys just trying to catch their stride. And so we got a good opportunity to come out week one and start fast, and that's what we're trying to do.
What is that? It seems like we talked to you about this last year, just how meaningful it was to again be voted on by your peers in the locker room and being captain. How big is that for you?
I mean, it's a tremendous honor. There's no greater honor than to have the respect of your peers. I mean, to be in this is the 1% of the 1%, and to be in an elite space like this with so many men in this room that are respected by so many individuals, for them to respect you and see you as someone to be called a leader in the locker room, that's huge. And I don't think that there's a greater esteem that you can get to have the respect of your peers.